Now let us discuss another variation of metric dimension, that is k metric dimension. This is what a k metric dimension is. Here also there are three parts we will be discussing. First one is k metric set, another one is k metric basis, and then k metric dimension. First let us see what is k metric set is. A set W, which is a subset of vertex set of G, is said to be k metric set for G if the elements of any pairs of different vertices of G are distinguished by at least k elements of W. This is what important, at least k elements of W, that is, for any two different vertices U and V of vertex set of G, there exist at least k vertices W1, W2 up to Wk belongs to W, such that distance between U and Wi is not equal to distance between V and Wi for every I belongs to 1, 2 up to k. The meaning is that in metric dimension only one vertex will resolve any two vertices of G, but in k metric set there should be at least k vertices which will resolve any two vertices of G. That is the difference. A k metric set of minimum cardinality is called k metric basis or minimum k metric base metric set, and its cardinality the k metric dimension. So we have to find minimum k metric set and its cardinality, number of elements in the minimum k metric set is what we say as k metric dimension. This is denoted like this, k metric dimension of G. Another very important result is that a connected graph G is a k metric dimensional if k is the largest integer such that there exists a k metric basis for G. That means there are two problems in this. One is we have to maximize the k, that is, in the representation we have to maximize k, that means k places the number should vary, also the number of elements in W should be minimized. So two problems need to be solved in this k metric dimension. To explain properly, let me take this diagram. Suppose our graph consists of some vertices. If you want to say that it is two metric set, what we have to do, first we have to select some vertices in and put it them in the set W, and you choose any two vertices. These two vertices must be resolved by at least two elements in the set W. More than two is fine, at least two if you want to say two metric set. Similarly, if you choose any other two vertices, it should be resolved by some two vertices in W. If it is so, then we say this W is a two metric set. In other words, you choose set W with some vertices, you find the representation of vertex and write as a sequence, you find another vertex and find its representation, write as a sequence. That means what? We are finding distance between this vertex and all the vertices in the W. Similarly, distance between this vertex and all the vertices in the W, and we are writing. Now we have to see that in how many places the coordinates are varying. If it is varying in two places, it is two metric set. If it is varying in three places, it is three metric set. If it is varying in only one places, it is, we know it is already metric dimension or resolving set. So it has to vary in k places, or k means any number. To explain this properly, let me make use of this example. Consider P3. P3 is a path, definitely the metric dimension of path is 1. Now I am going to find k metric dimension for this path. Next, I am accommodating two vertices in the set W, that is V1 and V2. V1 and V2 I am taking in the set W. Now I am finding representation for each vertices in the graph P3. Now I see that first the distance between this vertex and itself is 0, distance between this vertex and V2 is 1, distance between this vertex and V1 is 1, distance between itself it is 0, distance between V3 and V1 is 2, distance between V3 and V2 is 1. So we have found the representation of all these three vertices. Now I could see that, consider this V1 and V3, first place it varies, here 0, here it is 2, but in the second place they are same. So there is variation only in one coordinate. Therefore I cannot say that this is two metric set. V1 V2 does not form two metric set. Therefore I consider other possibility where the W's consist of vertex V1 and V3. Now I find the representation for each vertex. Now the representation of V1 is 0, 2. That means distance between itself is 0, distance between V1 and V3 is 2, and this for vertex V2, distance between V1 and V2 is 1, V2 and V3 is 1. Then for V3, distance between V3 and V1 is 2, and itself it is 0. Therefore I have found the representation. Now I am going to check in how many places there is variation in the representation. First let me take the vertex V1, first coordinate with the first coordinate of V2, there is variation. Second coordinate and the second coordinate of V2, there is a variation. Similarly, first coordinate with the first coordinate of V3, there is variation. Second coordinate and the second coordinate of V3, there is variation. And also we need to compare now V2 and V3. First coordinate there is a variation, second coordinate there is a variation. Yes, in two places in the representation there is variation. Therefore I can say that the set containing V1 and V3 is a two metric set. Now my job is to increase the k value. Therefore I am checking another possibility, that taking this vertex V2 also in the set W. Now when I find the representation, in the representation of V2 and V3, first coordinates itself same. Therefore I cannot find three metric set for this graph P3. Therefore two metric set only possible. Therefore two metric dimension of P3 is 2. There are two elements and two places it varies. Therefore two metric dimension of P3 is 2. Let me consider another graph P4 so that you can understand in a better way. We know that P4 the metric dimension is 1, and I am going to find k metric dimension for P4. For that purpose the set W contains V1 and V4. Now when I find the representation, I have found that all the representation in which in two places there is a variation. If you consider any two vertex, there is a variation in two places. Suppose V1 and V3 I am taking, first coordinate is 0, here 2, here the second coordinate is 3, here second coordinate is 1. Therefore there is a variation in both the places. Therefore I can say that P4 is two metric set. But is it possible for me to increase this? Now let me check the other possibility. I am accommodating V1, V2, V3 in the set W. Now I am finding the representation. When I find the representation, I see that second coordinate of vertex V1, second coordinate of vertex V3 are same. Therefore I cannot find three metric set for this P3 with V1, V2 and V3 in the set W. Now let me check other possibility. The other possibility, instead of taking V3 in the set W, I am accommodating V4 in the set W. Now I could see that V3 and V1, the second coordinate is same. Therefore again I cannot find 3 metric set for P4. Now I'm going to take all the vertices V1, V2, V3, V4 in the set W. Now I'm finding representation. That means what? V1 to itself the distance is 0, V1 to V2 the distance is 1, V1 to V3 the distance is 2, V1 to V4 the distance is 3. Like that I am finding for all the vertices. Now I could see that there is variation only in one place, but three places there is a variation in three places. One place it is not varying. That means what? Suppose if I take V1 and V3, you see that second coordinates are same, but all remaining coordinates are varying. Similarly, if you take V2 and V4, the third coordinate is same, here also 1, there also 1, remaining all three coordinates are varying. Therefore I can say that P4 is 3 metric set, and we cannot further reduce the number of elements in W. Therefore I can say that 3 metric dimension of P4 is 4. This 4 represents number of elements in the set W. This 3 represents in how many places it varies. That means in the representation how many places there is a variation. Here I have given an example of C4 cycle on 4 vertices. For this cycle on 4 vertices, again you have to accommodate in the set W all the vertices, all the 4 vertices, so that you will get 2 metric dimension of C4, that is 4. And these are few basic results from K metric dimension. Every graph G is K metric dimensional for some K greater than or equal to 2, because every pair of different vertices X and Y of a graph G are distinguished at least by themselves. Therefore it follows that the whole vertex set is a 2 metric generator of G. And another result is that if G is a K metric dimensional graph, then for every positive integer K dash less than or equal to K, G has at least K metric bases. That is what true. When we were discussing this one, definitely this is what 3 metric dimensional. And is there any 2 metric basis? Yes, there is a 2 metric basis for this. 1 metric basis, that is definitely what? Metric dimension. If you choose any number less than K, that graph will have that much K metric set. Next, few more results. The graph G is n metric dimensional if and only if G is K2. This is the only graph where the number of elements and this number are same. And a graph G of order n greater than or equal to 3 is n minus 1 metric dimensional if and only if the graph is path or an odd cycle. Maximum results. And then let G be a K metric dimensional graph of order n. If n greater than or equal to 3, then your K value lie between 2 and n minus 1. Therefore you can find K metric dimensional which will lie between 2 and n minus 1. These are some of the other variations of metric dimension, like connected metric dimension, strong metric dimension, fault tolerant metric dimension, fractional metric dimension. These are my few references. With this, let me end my presentation. Thank you very much.